We're on a couple of minutes early. See who is all coming on tonight. Is there actually going to be any people on here with me tonight? I see 8 people so far. Hope it's not one of those nights. I did post this live stream considerably early. Usually I post it like a day or two in advance. Garrick, how you doing? John, all right, we got some people coming in. Super Shark, can you guys hear me okay and see me okay? Huey, how you doing? See here, Joe, how you doing, Joe? Yeah, you haven't been here in a while, man. How are you doing? Chuck, I knew you'd be here, buddy. John, how are you doing? Another John? Yeah, the studio looks a little different. It is totally under construction. Doing a whole renovation in here. So it is a mess. But we'll talk a little bit about that this evening. All right, a couple of minutes before we officially start, so we'll wait till top of the hour, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Got a few things to talk about, and we'll answer some questions like we normally do. How you doing, Rob? Talk about some things that's been going on with the channel, everything else. This is true, Dr. B. How you doing? It's always under construction. There's always a bigger project. Well, this is the last part of the project. This is what I'm working on now. Once I get it here, I'm not changing it for a long time. I've done a lot of changing to this room here, and I think I like it how it's being set up right now. So once I get it here, it's going to be like this for a while. Sarge, how you doing, sir? All right. We've got a couple more minutes left and we'll get started. Hey, just traveling through. We'll kind of see who's going to pop up here tonight. Usually with these live streams, and it's been a minute since I've done one. But there's some guests that pop up on here, which is pretty interesting. We'll see if anybody pops up here tonight. Sometimes we have Ross from Fohammer pop up here, but I think he's doing something. He's out of town or something. Steve, how you doing? Am I getting the hurricane down here? No, I think it's actually been milder temperatures the past couple of days. And I think we're not supposed to get any major weather until like maybe this weekend or something. Romeo G, how you doing? Just finished your OG 3D Wicked Hulk. Cool. Are you going to post it on Wicked's site? I'd like to see it. Post it in their group. You can also post it in my Facebook group too if you're in there. Yes, sir. All right. Sarge, you good and tired? Been cutting hair all day, sir? I really like that little mobile barber setup you got there, man. Hey, oh, Kelly, okay. Yeah, I did see that, Kelly. Looked really good, man. Looked really good. I didn't know that was I guess your other name or whatever like that. All right, so it is 7:01. We're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to talk a little bit. Thank you guys for joining me tonight or this evening. It's not even dark here now, so that's pretty cool. And it's been a minute. I appreciate everybody coming out and just wasting a couple hours or so, or an hour and a half. Tyrone, how you doing? But yeah, I'm going to talk about some of the things that I'm going to be doing different with the channel a little bit, and explain my reasoning why. And I'll answer some questions. I'll get some ideas from you guys because you guys are a great source of information. And we'll just shoot the breeze for a little bit. My wife will keep me in check and make sure that everything is okay. And please behave on here. We do have moderators, and I don't want anybody to get kicked off because they're disruptive or anything like that. So, um, all right. All right. So, anyway, as you can see behind me, it's a little different scenery. I actually am setting up all my printers back behind me and statues on the other side and everything. So, this behind me was my big streaming desk that we built. And I just, it just got to be just so cluttered and everything like that. I really wanted a nice streaming desk. So I moved this on this side of my wall. There's a wall here in front of me. And I think I posted a picture of it on Instagram. But I kind of wanted a little bit of different setup here compared to what I had before. And no, I haven't announced the OnlyFans site yet. We'll get to that in a little bit. No, I'm just kidding, guys. So I'm using the table back behind me for statues in my printers. So I had a lot of my detolfs right here on this side of the wall, and I actually had to remove them. So as you can see, they're back this way now. All my printers used to be there. I actually got rid of like 7 or 8 printers. And so now I'm down to like 6. And I'm probably not going to use all of those. I'll probably get rid of 1 or 2 of those. Um, but I like the setup now. It's more spacious. I just got to get stuff organized. Like I got a damn barbecue grill here that still needs to be built. But I'll get rid of some of this stuff and make room. And it's going to be a lot cozier. I'll actually be able to have like a seating area right here next to me. So like my wife can come in here and she might be able to, if she wants to sit in on a live stream or something, or just sit in here and shoot the breeze with me or whatever we can be on the, on the computer, whatever. But so that's kind of one thing. It's kind of a minor thing, but it will open up a lot of this area in here. Second thing is I got rid of a lot of statues. I got rid of a lot of ones, a lot of stuff that I had printed up that I knew I was never going to do. And I made that decision based off of I want this channel to be more of what it was in the beginning, and that's what I'm going back to. I'm going back to um like teaching tutorials, that sort of thing. I think this whole thing with me with hey, I'm going to do this model here, paint it up, show you guys, do a video of it, is kind of played out in some aspect because I'm just not enjoying it anymore. I'm just being very honest with you. I mean, I haven't made any content for a couple of weeks because I kind of lost interest. And that's sad for me to say because I enjoy doing what I do. I mean, but I felt like that, I was just doing this for the wrong reasons. I was making, models, certain models that I really wasn't, fond of or anything like that for just the wrong reasons. Now, there's been times where, a Patreon member has or creator has come to me and asked me and said, hey, will you do this model, print it, paint it? They might throw a few bones my way or whatever. And some of the guys I've become pretty good friends with, pretty good buds with. And I, I would do the model for them and everything. So I'm still probably going to do those sort of things. But now I'm going to do things that I want to do. And I have to do that in order for me to get to enjoy this anymore, because as the title said, this whole thing wasn't working for me. Now, I know a lot of people follow me for they like the painting advice, the tutorials and stuff like that, and me show them different things. And that is what I want to get back to. So I have a lot of people message me every single day asking me to do a tutorial on this, tutorial on that. So now I'm going to be doing a lot of that stuff. I mean, the videos may be 5 minutes, they may be an hour and 5 minutes, but either way, I'm going to do what I enjoy doing, and that's teaching and showing people how to do things. And, you know, along the way, I may do a paint up and a video about it. So that is one of the major things that I'm going to be doing. Now, I'm going to forewarn you. I mean, there's probably going to be stuff on here that I'm also going to be doing that, you guys might not like, you might not dig about anything. I mean, I might review there's a gnat. I might review a a laser engraver. I might review a printer. Hell, I might review a Lego set or a new statue or something of that nature. But that's going to be the things that I want to do. So, and to be honest with you, and this is no dig at anybody or anything like that, I did not do this channel for YouTube to be my main source of income. I knew that going in. There's just no way. I want to enjoy it. This is a hobby for me. This is not my 9 to 5 or anything like that. A, um, I work a full-time job. I work a lot of hours. I manage a multi-million dollar business and everything for a multi-billion dollar company. And there's a lot of times where I come home and I don't want to do anything. I just want to chill with my wife, and mess with my grand dogs and, go get something to eat and not do anything for the rest of the night. So, I mean, and that's another reason why for the big, huge gap in the videos and everything like that. The main thing is I'm just tired of doing things that I really don't find interesting anymore. So going forward, I'm just going to prepare you. You might see 2 Punisher videos. You might see, something completely different. You might hear me talk about skin tones for the next 3 or 4 videos. I don't know. It just really depends on what I'm feeling at the moment. I might release 2 videos a week. I might release 3 videos a week. I might release a video every 2 weeks. But understand that it's not that I'm just, lazy or anything. I mean, I work a lot of hours. My wife and I both, we work an incredible amount of time, and we have a lot of stress and we have a lot of responsibility. But we have to maintain family time. And I never wanted this to be like my main source of income or anything. I knew going into this it wouldn't be. This Everything I pretty much make off of this, I put back into my Patreon. I put back into the channel. Um, I do good for myself and everything like that. I'm comfortable. But this right here is something that I've always been passionate about. I've always been passionate about art, and that's in all art forms, not just 3D printing. It could be, drawing a picture, painting a picture. It could be whatever. But I've always been enthused with art, and I don't want to keep getting burned out. And right, for the past couple of weeks, I have been burned out. Now, I will tell you, I get on a tear and then, man, I can pump out some stuff. I'll give you an example. I did a commission. I had somebody, I can't remember Julio's last name, but I got him to commission me a Punisher 2099 model. And I printed this thing and printed it and painted it in 2 days because I was just with it. I was in a zone. I enjoyed it. I mean, this wasn't, I did not put it on camera or anything like that. I just wanted to see if I would indulge in it and enjoy it. And I did. I mean, I had a good time painting it. I stayed up till like midnight last night working on it. And I'm normally in the bed. I was off work today. I was normally in the bed by like 10, maybe 11. But I went to bed last night with a sense of accomplishment. And I woke up this morning, got started, and then I finished up the model and everything. I posted it on Instagram. I got it right standing right here, and I'll show it to you in a minute. But I enjoyed it. It was fun. And that's what I want to get back to. I want to get back to that. I want to feel that energy. I want to feel that vibe because I think, I think that that would make better videos for you guys. I think that you guys would enjoy it better. If I'm coming on screen and I'm pumped or whatever like that, I think that would help you guys get in the same zone and encourage you to do things, you know, that you enjoy. Yes, almost as fast as Mark. That's an inside joke. If you're not on Discord, you don't know. Um, so yeah, I mean, I was enthusiastic to get this done and I enjoyed it. And so I didn't plan on even doing this model right now. I mean, I have dozens back here that need painting and stuff. Um, but I didn't even plan on it. And I just started on it and I was like, yeah, this is really coming together pretty cool. And I tried a couple of new little things on it. Nothing big. I tried a new skin tone uh, regimen or process or whatever, and it turned out really good. I'm going to share that with you guys later on another project. And then, like I said, as it went along, I mean, I just enjoyed it, and I just kept going, and I finished the thing, like I said, from printing to fully painted in like 2 days. And normally it takes me like a week to really get something down. You know, so yeah. Um, so that is like the huge major part of my announcement tonight. I just really want to get back to enjoying this. You know, and I've always said it, you know, if you're doing something as a hobby and it's fun, and you enjoy it, that's when it's real fun. When it starts to become a business, then it takes all the fun out of it. And YouTube can be a business. It can be a lucrative business from people. There's a lot of people who make a good living off of it, but you know, I'm smarter than the average bear, knowing that this is a very niche type of thing that we do here with 3D printing and painting. And it's not going to be, it's probably never ever going to be, I'm never going to say never, but it's probably never ever going to be like Mr. Beast videos, 318 million subscribers or anything like that, watching somebody paint and 3D print. You know, I mean, Uncle Jesse's been doing this for a very long time. He's up to over 490, 480 something thousand subscribers. He has a great audience. He does it full time. He's one of the exceptions. A lot of us do this for fun, and that's the key. That's the key word is fun. It's always, you know, if I enjoy it, I'm going to keep doing it. And eventually, you know, maybe it'll lead to bigger things or whatever. Don't get me wrong. I would love for just the channel just to really blow up, you know, and the next thing you know, I've got like a couple 100,000 subscribers and stuff. And it would be great. But still, I mean, I am so fortunate that we're nearing we're getting closer to 30,000 subscribers. I'm like blown away by that. You know, that is exciting. And I want to keep that enthusiasm within the channel if I'm doing what I want to do. I don't think that I could. I would probably give up, even though people are watching the videos and stuff like that, and still subscribing. I think that I would probably eventually give up if I just didn't enjoy it anymore. And I don't want to feel like I'm obligated or forced to do a video. So I really want this to work out to everybody's benefit. I want to create some really good videos for you guys. I want you to enjoy them. I want you to get something out of them. I want you to take that, you know, what you've learned or saw in the video, take it back, maybe tell some other people, help other people, you know, and go from there. I mean, and help you become a better painter, a better printer, or whatever. And then here's some of the success stories. I mean, oh my God, you know, I'm on Discord usually every day. If I'm not, it's because I'm exceptionally busy at work. But I'm usually on there every day, and I sit there and I occasionally go back and look at some old posts on there. And my guys on there, and I call them my guys because I mean, this is like my crew here. I mean, these guys have come a tremendously long way from when they first got on Discord and supporting the channel and part of the Patreon. and they are just knocking out some killer shit now, man. I mean, just it's amazing. And for me to see that, to see the growth, means it's growth within the channel. I don't determine growth on the channel by how many subscribers I get, or how many views we get. I want to see that it's actually working. And if it's working, then that's growth. And I mean, it's just, it's really gratifying for me to see that. Um, Super Shark says fun is good therapy, but when you you have to do it, then the fun begins to disappear. And that's exactly right. Um, and I really enjoyed doing this model today, finishing it up and everything. I really got a really good thing under my feet to start on the next model. I've actually started on a couple of videos, working on one. I started a little bit today and started on a little bit last week, a little tutorial about magnets. I know a lot of you guys have been asking about putting magnets in your models and stuff. So that's one. I've been, a little small snippet video, just had an idea to come up, um, about, certain tips that'll help you make a better print, little things like that. Video is probably going to be like 2 or 3 minutes. It might get 150 views, but that's just it, guys. I don't care. I'm enjoying it, and this is what I want to do. And that's another one thing I want to bring up. Um, I know YouTubers are all about views, about clicks and stuff. And mind you, again, I not lying. I'm just being transparent. I would love the channel to blow up, but that doesn't mean I'm going to quit my job and do YouTube full time. That's not going to happen. Um, but if a video gets 500,000 views, or if it gets 150 views, it's all good. I mean, it really is. I mean, again, it goes back to whether I enjoy doing what I'm doing. And I mean, that's kind of just it for me. I mean, when I create something on these printers, um, uh, I was just printing stuff to be printing. It seemed like I was doing it because it was new, and I wanted to get a video out for it before anybody else did. And now it's like that I overthink it, think it, whatever you want to call it. I was overthinking, um, but it wasn't getting me anywhere. It was actually putting me back further. And again, I was starting to get the burnout between the stress at work, the stress with everyday life. And I was just kind of burned out, and I just didn't want to do anything anymore. So I knew that I had to get this room straightened up and everything like that. That kind of lit a fire under me. It was very liberating to throw stuff away that I didn't need. I got rid of printers that I no longer print with. I cleaned up a lot of stuff. It was very liberating. And again, I'm a long way from done, as you can see from the mess back behind me. Um, when I first come on here, I was gonna put on a filter, because I was kind of embarrassed of what is back behind me right now. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna be real, and let you guys see what I'm dealing with right now and what I'm going through. So next time, hopefully we do another video that this stuff is like that much cleaner, that much organized and everything. And we're on the right track. So yeah, you know, I'm feeling good, just telling you guys about it, about everything. And like I said, I know some people may be like, I'm going to unsub from this dude, and move along or whatever. And that's the power of the keyboard. You can do that sort of thing if you want. But I hope you guys continue the journey. Um, I think I got some pretty good things coming up. And I think most importantly, I'm going to get back in the groove, feeling good about things, and feeling good about what I'm doing. And hopefully everything takes off. And if it does, great. If it doesn't, I'm just going to keep going along. I'm not here to try and get rich. I'm not going to hear and, you know, I got to get views. I got to do this. I got to schedule, a video once a week or whatever like that for the algorithm. I'm not about that. I mean, I know there's a lot of YouTubers about that, and that's fine. And that's their thing. It's not for me. Um, that I don't think that that would work for me. I don't think that I I I have enough pressure. We all have enough pressure from life and our jobs and spouses, whatever, family and everything like that. And I just don't want to. I'm not one of those. I'm old enough now where the pressure's behind me. I don't want this to seem like that. So anyway, it's enough rant. But let me show you what I was working on, and I hope you guys dig it. Like I said, it was a Punisher 2099 model. I can't remember Julio's last name. I'll have to look him up because he deserves credit on this one. And I printed it in quarter scale on the GK3, and I use this new Tough 74 resin from Resin. Um, but this is it. Big guns right here. This is a very nice model. I love it. And it was a little different than the normal Punisher that I normally paint because first off, it's the 2099 model and it has red in it. And I just experimented with a little OSL here and the guns. I did a little bit more of a simplistic um, skin tone approach to it. I didn't do a lot of shading on it. I wanted to do something a little bit more simplistic, if that makes sense. Minimal. This is kind of like one of those models where less is more. I didn't do a lot of highlighting and stuff. As you can see, he's got a black suit. I didn't go overly crazy and do a lot of highlights and stuff on it. I'll bring it back a little bit. You can see the base. It's just kind of a simple base right here. Now this right here is Aviz epoxy. I had to put that on there because there was a hole there that I created. But I mean, it's a neat little model. I mean, it's going to go well in my Punisher collection. And I may do just a video on it to tell you some of the things that I did on it. But I did this from slicing to print to paint yesterday and today. So yeah, and I had fun doing it. It was a good model to do, and I really enjoyed it. And I want to do more of that stuff. So if you don't know me by now, most of you guys do know that Punisher is my favorite character. So I have about I have a lot of Punisher models I have to finish painting that are already printed. But there's some stuff out there that I saw that I really want to do, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, so Ellery said it right. I did more of a cartoon skin tone, back to basics on it. I didn't go in like crazy with the 5 o'clock shadow and the in-depth shading and stuff like that. But it's minimalistic. It took no time to do, and believe it or not, you can't really tell from the video. I have to do some high resolution pictures, but it's still the hyper realism sort of thing. So I learned a lot of that sort of stuff back when I was doing minis. That you put a nice base down, you put a layer of this here, and then a layer of highlights and all like that. So I thought, skip one of the middle steps and go straight from the base to like the highlights, and you're putting down 2 layers of paint. None of the red and the yellow and the blue wash or anything like that. I didn't do any of that on here. And it turned out really good. So I may do a video on things like that, because I know a lot of people just have shaky hands. They can't paint because of certain aspects or certain reasons why. And I think that they would enjoy things like this, just to teach them some of the basic sort of stuff or show you what I got. I mean, I ain't the best painter. Don't claim to be. I get on there and I watch like Angel Giraldez and El Ministura, Mini El Miniaturista or whatever his name is. And these guys are mini painters. And I watch those guys and learn a lot of little tricks of the trade from them. I get on and I watch a couple of other painters and stuff, statue painters, some people that I know and I respect, and I learn from them too, just the same as you guys do here. So, yeah, I'm really digging my new layout. I've got my desk up here. Again, once I get everything done, we're going to do a tour of the studio. We're going to do a tour of probably my house because I got statues in my living room. And well, it's probably just my living room in here. And I've got stuff all over here on this side. This stuff I got stuff everywhere still. It's kind of controlled chaos at the moment. Plus, what's back here, I'll go over the printers that I'm using and what I'm doing with certain printers because I'm actually swapping up my settings a little bit and doing some tweaking. I know I've been using the same settings on all the printers for the longest time for a good year and a half, but I'm experimenting. And again, those experiments that I'm doing, I'm filming and I'm actually going to record and pass along to you guys. Like I said, the video may be a minute or two, it may be 30 minutes, but that way you kind of get an idea of kind of what I'm doing. It's almost like I wouldn't say a documentary, but what am I looking for? What's the word? But kind of like something that like a day in the life of what I'm doing with the channel and stuff like that. Just different things that I'm working on and experimenting. My wife is correct in saying that I overthink things instead of doing something very simplistic that you know people may get use out of. People watch YouTube videos and TikTok videos and stuff mainly because they want to get something out of it. They want to get a reasoning to looking at your videos, whether it be entertainment or something like that. I don't think that a lot of people are too entertained about watching somebody doing fast forward videos or whatever like that and not catching up to them and doing painting and saying, look, here's the final product. I'll still do some of that stuff. But I think for the most part, I enjoy, hey, this is how you do corrective washing, and this is how you would do reverse shading, which this is how you do simplistic skin tones. This is how you do freckling and magnets and things like that. So that's what I'm going to get back to. Got to get back to basics. Got to get back to basics. And I said all this in 30 minutes. I figured I would say it, you know, it would take a long time to kind of go through this, but you guys are simply awesome, man. And I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys, and especially my Patreon members. If you're not a Patreon member, and I'm just throwing this out there, you can get in for a couple of bucks and, to help support the channel and get in on our Discord and, talk around with the guys and stuff. We have fun over there. I think a lot of these guys are, as my friends now, people, people you kind of meet along the way and never like meet them face to face, but you'd have like a certain connection with them. And I feel like those guys over there, I really do. And man, they're turning out some really killer work. Mark, we joke with Mark on Discord now because the dude is like pumping out stuff left and right and it's looking really good. I mean, this guy's a friggin' machine. He's like printing all this stuff. He got 2 of the Uniformation GK2s and he's just been going nuts. Dr. B is on my Patreon, just finished printing and painting this game. Oh, well, oh God, not Game of Thrones. What? Lord of the Rings diorama that Wicked did. And this thing is massive and it looks so good. Looks so good. But she did an incredible job on it. And we've been going through this several month journey with her, and she's just doing awesome work. Romeo is, I don't know if is it Romeo or Romeo, has been over there killing out, turning out some incredible work. Chuck has been doing a lot of good stuff. Garrick, Ryfin, and all these guys have been just really posting their, some of their really killer work and everything. And it's gratifying for me that they're learning and they're sharing their work. They're building confidence. And our Discord is not toxic at all. I mean, we go over there, we have fun. So we'd love to have you over there. I'm still also concentrating. This is the second part. I am concentrating more on the Patreon. I'm working with a couple of different artists. And I think it's going to benefit better in the long run. It's still a it's still a work in progress, but I am, yeah, Chuck, maybe a bit toxic. But I'm working with a couple of new artists. I would love to have Enzo continue to work with me, but he's moving on to different things, and I wish him luck. I mean, that was the sole purpose. When I work with an artist, I want them to get notoriety. I want them to get exposure. And if they move along into something bigger and better, then mission accomplished. Helping them get their name out there. And Enzo has done some fabulous work for me. The newer artists that I'm working with are still doing some fabulous work, but I'm looking to expand the Patreon into 3 models a month. And so far, so good. And again, it's something that I enjoy doing. I enjoy, putting out some models that are not always found on other Patreons, because like right now, like every time you turn around here lately, it's either a Deadpool, Wolverine, or a Doctor Doom because of everything that's been announced and because of the Deadpool movie. Um, I don't want to go that route. I want to be something different. I want to be a little bit more unique. I'm kind of like the underdog. I want to put out something like the Grifter that we did that turned out absolutely killer, beautiful model. I want to do something like this right here, which I'm sure you guys are familiar with. When we did this one, this isn't something that you see every day. I want to do, different models from like Image and start getting into movies and stuff. I'm doing the GI Joe characters and everything. Um, so yeah, but right now we're working on the Rip Claw. The artist is getting started this week as well for Spirit for the GI Joe line. You're going to love this one. He's the same artist who's been doing all of the GI Joe characters, so I try to keep them uniform. Try to keep it consistent with the artists and stuff. And so Spirit's coming. Rip Claw is almost done and looking fabulous. And then we're doing Red Hulk. And I got an update on Red Hulk today, and it is looking very, very cool. Now, yeah, I kind of got on the Red Hulk train with it, with the Captain America shield and everything like that. I've been wanting to do a Red Hulk for a long time, and this was just kind of like the icing on the cake. And I said, let's just go for it. And the artist that I'm working with is turning out some really good work on it. So, um, who is the artist for the Joe's models? Hold on one second. I will look it up again because he is doing some fabulous work. Edson Carvalho. Yep. Edson Carvalho. He is, I'll post he's in my, I'll post a link to him later on or whatever like that, but you guys go over and give him some love. He's done some great models. He did a Berserker model. No, I'm sorry, a Guts Berserk model recently that looks really good. And then the other artist that I am working with, let me see, Victor Willand is doing the Hulk. And then Dario Art is doing the Rip Claw. And they're doing a fabulous job. Easy guys to work with. I let them have a lot of creative freedom. And I'm still looking at possibly hiring another artist or two to get ahead a little bit and do some more of the models. Another couple of things. I already got the model for next month for the Joes. I'm looking at doing Snow Job. He's like one of my favorite characters. If something happens where Snow Job is not able to do, we're not able to do that one, then I'm looking at Mutt and Junkyard. So those are one of the 2 models that we're going to be doing for that. I have not decided on the other 2 models for next month. I'm trying to get through these 2 first. I would love to do another kind of independent comic model, and then maybe do something um, horror wise, because we're coming up on Halloween, and it's getting closer. And I think that I would love to do some type of, horror model. I don't want to do something like Michael Myers or anything like that. I don't want to do anything like that, because too many of them been done, and a lot of great models out there. Don't get me wrong, but I wanted to do something a little bit different. Um, again, if you're not part of the Patreon and you're looking to get some different sort of models, go over there and join up, be part of the $10 tier, and yeah. Um, so let me kind of backtrack a little bit. I've been long-winded, and I'm going to go back here and answer some questions that you guys have popped up, if I can. Romeo says, I'm on the hunt for the OG4 Ghostbusters models. I've seen those through Sanix and one other company. I can't remember who else is it. Southpaw says he's hyped for Spirit. Hi, Richard. How you doing? I didn't even see you pop up there, man. MMQ Crew says, what are the best brushes to get from Amazon? To be honest with you, man, I just get the cheapest ones. I get like sets for like $14, $15 that have like 10 brushes, because I am really rough on my brushes. I use them a few times and I throw them out. I don't think I could spend a lot of money on brushes, because I'd wind up ruining them. I don't throw them out, but I wind up using them for like applications, like if I want to apply snow or something, like textures or something like that on the bases, or a glue or whatever. And then I just keep them for that stuff. All right. And then you ask, what is my take on NSFW pinup models? I'm not going to do them. I mean, there's a lot of it out there. Some of it is it's a gray area, man. I don't want to say the wrong thing to piss people off that enjoy this type of model. I will say this: if you enjoy it, knock yourself out. I just don't have any take on it, to be honest with you. It's just not my thing. I won't ever do them. There are some models that I'm printing. There's a couple of models I'm printing and painting for a couple of Patreon creators that are borderline. But I would not do any type of nude models or anything like that on the channel. First off, they'd probably suspend my channel. I don't want to do that. So, hope that helps you out. Oh, here we go. Garrick says he bought a set off brushes, borrowed a set of Artify off Amazon. They're nice. I actually bought some of theirs. Also bought a set of cheap no-name brushes that were like $6 for 2 sets. They're nice also. So hopefully that helps you out. Join Forger. Oh, you said join Forger. Forger's Will. So Forger's Will wants to know. He says he loves the Joe models. Wish he could buy the older ones. You can. They're $10 a piece once you become a Patreon member. And well, even if you're not a Patreon member, you can still buy them for $10 each. But once you join the Patreon, you also get an extra model or two that you can. And that's another thing too that I'm doing. I might want to point and plug. If you join my Patreon, I'm doing something a little different. I normally give the previous month's models for you for joining up, but if you join up now, you can get any 2 models out of the entire catalog that you want that I have. And I got a pretty good, I built up a pretty good catalog. We got quite a few models. I mean, you go on there on the page and you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's see, we got out of the Joes, let's see. Oh, geez. We got Scarlet, Serpentor, Destro, Zartan, Major Blood. Help me out here, guys. Let's see, Zartan, Destro, Major Blood, Shipwreck. Got Shipwreck. We just did, and I think that's it so far. That's quite a few. Let's see. Out of regular models, we got, oh man, the Spider-Man one that I just popped up. There's Grifter. There's, I think I said Serpentor. If I didn't, we got Serpentor. Um, so we got the Spider-Man. We got Grifter. We got Mr. Sinister, Punisher Kill Crew, Black Knight. Blah, 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 blah. There's a couple other Punisher models that we've done. I'm looking up. I'm looking around. Some of them I haven't even printed off yet. The Baroness is not mine. I got that one off of CG Trader. I can't remember the guy who did it, but he does a lot of female models. Oh, we did Captain America. Thanks, Garrett. Did Captain America. We did Punisher War Journal. We did Bad Night for the Ninjas, the Wolverine and Punisher. We also did I can't remember them all, but there's quite a bit now. If you join, Aaron will provide Barat in the lime green speedo. Again, it's one of those Discord things, guys. I'm sorry for Chuck's behavior. So Aaron is one of our Patreon members over on my Discord, and he's always giving me a hard time about doing a Barat model, Sacha Baron Cohen model, and I'm like, absolutely not. So, yeah, you just have to be there. Great stories over there. We have fun. But yes, I got quite a bit of models now, and you can choose any 2 models that you want for signing up. Cool. Let me see what else we got. Let's see. Are there any good headless horseman models? Could be an idea. I agree with you. That's interesting. On the horse, that would be one huge model to print. But yeah, I mean that's a great idea. Thank you for that. I'll definitely take that into consideration because you don't see many of those. I will tell you a couple of models that I want to do, and I may do them next month. And laugh if you want, but I've been wanting to do the Blue Falcon and Dynamut. Been wanting to do that. I've also been wanting to do the Lone Ranger and Tonto. I've always been a Lone Ranger fan ever since I was a kid, and not the Johnny Depp horrible movie. I'm wanting to do like the old school Lone Ranger and Tonto, and I think a lot of the people don't do Tonto because of the Native American thing or whatever. But my grandmother was Native American, and I'm got Native American in me and stuff, and I'm really I'm proud of that. So Chuck Norris, I have got to find somebody who can do the likeness. Once I find somebody who can do the likeness of Chuck, then guess what we're getting? We're getting either Lone Wolf McQuaid or what is it? Missing in Action, Chuck Norris. Yeah, we're going to get one of those. And this is a story. Now, I posted somewhere. I don't know if it was a live stream or whatever, and I totally forgot about this. This has been a while back. But I was wanting to do a Clint Eastwood model. And I don't know if you guys know this, but the Sideshow has actually got a classic series for they're doing the 1/6 scale figures, they're doing the 1/4 scale statues and everything. And I actually got an email from not from Sideshow, but from the group that actually does the models. I guess it's whoever owns the rights to the Clint Eastwood thing or whatever. And I was told, do not do any Clint Eastwood models unless I want to be sued. So I'm like, okay, all right. So if I do a Clint Eastwood, I won't share it with the group or anything like that. But yeah, I was told, yeah, you can't do Clint Eastwood. We have the rights for that. You can't do any of that. So, and I've never had that happen before, um, like that. I mean, I've had some other ones that years ago or whatever. But anyway, um, Sanix just released A Man with No Name. That's what I was getting ready to say. But here's the difference. I think Sanix is Chinese based, maybe, where they don't honor copyright laws and stuff over there. Here in America, they do. They'll sue the shit out of you if you're not careful. So when you get an email like that, you just kind of go, "Oh, okay, that's all you, boss. All right, no problem, no problem." But definitely, I might check the Sanix one out. If that's so, then that'll that'll suffice for me, and I'll be good with it. Um, So there's a few models I want to do. Again, it's about finding the right artists, and then we are. My Patreon is not huge right now. I think we're running up close to about 150 members, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around that. And again, paying artists to do models is not a cheap feat. It can be expensive, especially when you're doing 2 and 3 models a month. So everything that I pretty much get off the channel and get from Patreon just goes right back into paying the artists and stuff. So again, if I do happen to get more Patreon members, then we can keep expanding. Now I'm not going to do like Wicked. I love Wicked to death. I love those guys over there. Those are my homies, if you would say it. I don't feel comfortable saying that word, but anyway, they're good friends of mine, and I would never do like 10 to 15 models like that. There's no way I could keep up. Um, so let's see. Transformers on the horizon. Yes, I am working with an artist on that. I'm waiting for his schedule to free up, and then we're probably going to be doing. I definitely want to do some first gen stuff, so we're definitely going to be. That's going to be coming up. That's a priority. So I definitely want to do some first gen Transformer stuff. I'm thinking the first one I really want to do. I've always wanted a Shockwave. So yeah. Toon says he's in a printing slump and can't find anything that he wants to print. My God, what do you want to print, dude? Because there's tons of stuff out there, man. Um, that's one of those things, man, that you just have to just decide, what is like your inner self that you just have always wanted, whether it be from the time that you were a kid or something like that. Then, yeah. Um, I think there's a Skyfire and a Jetfire, isn't there, in Transformers? Correct me if I'm wrong. Um, yeah. Um, so yeah, OSR gaming, yeah, right on cue, man. We talked about that a little bit. Okay, Skyfire is the cartoon, Jetfire is the toy. Okay. And yes, talk to your inner child, find out what you want to do. Okay. All right. So Icon from DC, David says, I'm unfamiliar with the character. I've heard of it, but I'm unfamiliar with it. Just finished an Iron Spider-Man from Night Sucks. Okay, yeah, we won't talk about that douchebag. Anyway, so what is everybody else printing? I know there's tons of stuff going on right now. I see a lot of Deadpools, a lot of Wolverines. I'm starting to see a lot of the Doctor Dooms. I've been wanting to do a Doctor Doom for quite some time, but I see a lot of different styles, like with the different armor and everything. I had a style picked out that I really want to do. And so that may be an option further down the road. Um, but yeah, I see a lot of those popping up here and there. I'm still going to, um, I'm still working on the life-size bust of Punisher, of course, and everything. Um, man, there's a lot of stuff I'm printing up. Behind me, I think, is well, right here, I've got the Punisher Kill Crew, I've got Grifter and Mr. Sinister printed. Um, oh yeah, yeah, Romeo, great. So yeah, Meg's Empanado. I'll get my vocal straight here in a minute. Just released the Devastator from Transformers. Fabulous. He also released a Voltron, and I mean that is just um, do what? Oh, but yeah, those two models are fabulous. I mean, he did like a Kickstarter, not a Kickstarter, fundraiser, whatever like that for it, and great models and stuff. I really want to print the Devastator and Voltron, but those are going to be huge models. Those are going to take a while. Let me see. Dun, 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 dun. Always been a fan of the X-Men collection from Wicked. Yeah, there's a lot of X-Men out there right now, a lot of good ones. Um, so yeah, you kind of have to like, unless you want just a bunch. Um, or hold on a second. Sarge just sent me Icon. Oh yeah. Okay, this is Icon. Is this your Sarge? Because the guy who's doing this um sent me a picture of it that he was working on it, and we had talked about doing some work together. Raja, that's his name. He said, yeah, so Raja Design is and I have been discussing a future project, and his work is super clean. Um, yeah, he's done a really good job on this one. Really nice model. So okay, yeah, I know who Icon is. Duh. I don't know why I didn't put the two and two together. Cool. Well, that's a great model right there, man. Um, so let's see. Lucky you have a GK3. I had to slice the leg to fit on the GK2. Um, so GK3, in case you didn't spot it, sitting right here. I will be doing a video for it very soon. Kind of working on it a little bit. Um, I will not be doing like your unboxing. I won't be talking about a lot of the features. That's been done to death. The only thing that I'm sure that you guys want to find out is um, uh, whether the thing prints good or not. And that's it. And that's what we're going to go through. Like this model was printed from there. This Punisher model was printed from there, and it turned out super. It's a good printer. Um, but it's not a great printer yet, and that's because I have to do a lot of tweaking and things like that with it. And it's very, I would say it's user friendly, but right now it's not. But it's partially my fault. But you have to just kind of, if you get one, they're going to be different from the ones that a lot of the influencers and YouTubers have been getting, like this one here. They're fixing a couple of things on it. So if they improve a couple of the things that we've been talking to them about and stuff, then it'll be a great printer. But right now it's turning out some really cool stuff. Let me see. Tune says, "What's wrong with nice sucks?" My mama told me if I can't say nothing nice about anybody, then I won't say anything about him at all. So I'll just kind of leave it at that. All I gotta say is F that guy. Chuck wants to know where his M3 Max is. It is gone. It is gone. I got sick of that printer not working correctly, and it is gone. So yeah. Let's see. Huey says I was told the same thing by my mom. Yes. I won't get into it, especially not here. This is not the time or the place. Not trying to create any type of negative vibe or anything like that. I'll just leave it at that. So, anywho, let me think of what else. I lost my train of thought there for a minute. So, let's see. Huey says have Sub-Zero to finish and Archangel, then a few Venoms and DBZ characters to print. That's a lot, man. You're developing that Henry backlog. I still got a backlog. I'm not gonna. It's just not near as what it used to be. Um, I got rid of a lot of stuff. So yes, I did unbox it. The Saturn 4 Ultra. That's as far as I got. I've just unboxed it and unwrapped it and put it up there. I have not used it. I have not even turned it on. So I haven't worked with it yet. Plan on it. Yeah. So what is that? Put in the pyro category. I'm not sure what you mean, Southpaw. Chuck says, man, I got to dump a ton of prints. I will never paint again. Same thing I said. I had to get rid of a lot of stuff. It was stressing me out. Bema says, I've been intentionally building a Henry backlog for when I can't print November to April when it's too cold outside in the Midwest. Hey, there you go. That's a great idea. A lot of people need to do that because I hear a lot of people talking about how cold it is. Now, I will say, I got to point this way because I wrong side of the screen. I will say the GK3 has a heater in it, and that will help. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, get your stuff printed now, man. That's a great idea if you got the room for it. I have enough to print. I have enough printed out right now to last me till probably the middle of next year. Now I'm going to print more stuff because a lot of the models that I got now are Punisher models, and I'm not going to do a video for every single Punisher model that I'm printing and painting. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to probably do some shorts, maybe some tutorials, grab a couple things out of it that I'm doing, and that's about it. But I'm not going to make full-length videos out of everything because there's a time that when you want to paint, you don't want like a camera in your face and having to worry about being mic'd up and all this other stuff. So that is a lot of, like when I did this model here, this Punisher 2099 model, I didn't have a camera in my face. I didn't have a mic on me or anything like that. I wasn't worried about getting that perfect shot or anything like that. I just grabbed my paintbrush and my paints and went at it. So Southpaw says douche category. I will say beyond that. Vema says Elgu Mars 3 Pro in an enclosure and a heater in a heated 50 Fahrenheit garage. Couldn't handle it when it's below 30 outside. Oh yeah, absolutely. Any of the Creality printers in the back, the standard 8K Hallett Mage. Yes. So the one on the far end here is the Hallett Mage Pro. I don't know if that's the OG one. And then this one here is the Hallett 14K. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Hallett or Halo, whatever it is. But anyway, I'm doing a couple of reviews for Creality on those. And then I will be doing a comparison video on the 4 and the 3 from Elgu on the Saturn here for Elgu. So I'm actually starting to do a little bit of work for Elgu. So that's pretty cool. See, Alan need to cut and run. Okay, Alan, good to hear from you, man. Have a good evening. Yes, have a good evening, man. I had heard that the non-pro was crap. I think I saw a couple of videos on it that said it was a couple of reviews, and they basically said it was utter garbage. So I don't know. I will tell you that uh, taking my Hellos to storage. Creality just sucks. I did print on the Mage Pro 8K, and I have never ever in my life heard an FEP pop so bad. I thought it was I thought it was like breaking. So I had to change out the FEP on it, um, because it was so loose. But that thing, when it pulled up, it literally pulled up like almost an inch and just popped it back down. So you can imagine that sound, like just a snap. And I thought that just broke the model and broke the screen, broke the printer itself. But that man, they put that thing in so loose. The print did okay. I mean, it wasn't like wow or anything like that. Now, one I'm interested in trying out is the oh gosh, my brain is just like crap today. Is the Hay Gears, the Reflex. So I've got that one. Um, I've got it over here behind the GK3. I just got it working. I've had it for a couple of months, and we just got it working. There was a software glitch in it and everything, but we got it all figured out. And then this over here is the curing station. That thing is badass. I love that curing station. It is just friggin' expensive, but I use that. That's my curing go-to right there, man. And I also got the curing station from Uniformation, their new cure one as well. Um, exactly, it sounded like a chiropractor adjusting a spine, like just a snap. It was awful, man. But I haven't got this one unboxed yet. It's sitting right here in my foot, at my feet, and that is pretty good size there too. So I'm looking forward to that one. Southpaw says, love my Saturn 3 Ultra. Appreciate the recommendations, fellas. So yeah, I will say I printed a lot of stuff with that Saturn 3, and it's gold, man. I think that 4 is going to have to impress me for me to like recommend it over the 3, because that 3 is just a consistent workhorse, especially for that size of a printer. And I used my basic settings that I use on all my printers on it, and it knocked it out, and it was quick. It was quick. It was just amazing. I really like that printer. Tune says I need to update my printer. Still using the Elgu Saturn 2S. Hey man, if it's working for you, I wouldn't change it. Here's the thing with printers. Not a lot of people say, oh, everything's changing. We're going to 14K, 16K, or whatever like that. With the GK3, the resolution is tighter than any other printer out there. I can say that. I will tell you, let me show you a print that I did on it. This is the Grifter Torso. And it's a big print. And this is cured, but there's not been any post processing on it or anything like that. Now I will say this about this GK3. I am super impressed with the details. The pores of the jacket on here. Now Enzo modeled it like this. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's all due to the model, but this thing, I don't know, you can't see it, but like if you were to look at the ripples, the pores and stuff in this leather jacket, the resolution, the detail that's come out on this thing is just amazing. So I want to do some more tweaking with it to see how far I can push it, and that's what we're going to get the video of, because I'm going to fill that build plate, man, and push it to its just so I can't do it anymore. I mean, but just the textures and everything that come out on this was just awesome. So I'm definitely convinced that Uniformation has done a good job with this printer. Now, I say that because I was pretty pissed off at information because I didn't get this thing for like 2 weeks later. I got it 2 weeks late compared to everybody else. And then when I got it in, um, I was just upset. But once I got it up and running and everything like that, man, it's been really good. It's been good, and I'm using Chitu Box. I'm not using any of their slicers or anything. A lot of people don't like Chitu Box. I've had nothing but success with it. My settings work on it great. I can just dial that thing in perfectly, and that's what I'm using on mine. So they have their own slicer, which is supposed to be like excellent, and then they have their lychee or whatever like that. So the Saturn 4 Ultra is like Stallone's line in Judge Dredd. It's great when it works. We'll see about that. I'm not so keen on that whole vat moving and everything. So yeah. Well, welcome 3DX Files. How you doing, man? I think you'll be impressed with it, David. When you get yours, I think you'll be super impressed. Plus, with a couple of new changes that they're going to be doing. So yeah. All right. Good evening, Super Shark. Speaking of Deadpool, they did a really neat Deadpool rendition. It's not like your typical Deadpool model. So go over and check out Super Shark's Deadpool. Might want to get on that one. Yeah. How in the near future, Bruce Leroy and Shogun from the Last Dragon movie? That would be awesome, Chuck. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Kiss my Converse. I remember that movie. If you have not seen Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon, that is a great 80s movie. Oh my God. Shonuff, the Shogun of Harlem. Who's the baddest low found down around this town? Shonuff. Oh God, I remember that. I remember that movie. And that would be a cool model to do, like Bruce Leroy fighting Shogun. Yeah. I think the guy who played Shogun, I think he passed away a couple of years ago or so. But that dude, he was awesome in that movie. I'll tell you another one I want to do too is Big Trouble in Little China. I think that one would be good to do with the three guys with the hats, the three martial artists, and Jack. God, what's his last name? Jack Burton. That would be a good one to do. There's so many out there that need to be done. I mean, it's a matter of finding the artists, having the money to get it commissioned. And I mean, if I was rich, I mean, I'd be having like artists popping left and right and doing them. So yeah. I think somebody did the Warriors, or is working on them. Yeah, I think somebody's doing the Warriors. I want to say it is. It's not CA3D. Man, I can't remember who it is. Yeah, it's Big Trouble in Little China. So there was a problem with that one that we were going to do like last year. The only artist that I felt comfortable in doing that one that could do it and get all of the models made and out at a decent time, he actually stopped doing models. He actually stopped doing ZBrush and everything. I think he went off to some other career or something. Just Paint It, yeah, is doing the Warriors. Yeah, but it was unfortunate. He was a great artist. Lopan, that's his name, Lopan. The girl with the green eyes. I would also like to do Escape from New York, Snake Plissken, a really good Snake Plissken model. Excuse me. Cobra, Stallone. I like to do Cobra. All those badass guys, you know, back from the 80s and everything. I think those would make really good models. The only problem with the Stallone thing, it's kind of like the Clint Eastwood thing. There's actually a company that is producing like the 1/6 scale figures and statues of Stallone, and that would be like um, probably getting some legal trouble on that one. So could do a Kurt Russell run. We're gonna do what? Overboard, the one with him and Goldie Hawn. What's another good Kurt Russell one? Another. Oh, duh, the the Western one. Oh my God. Um, oh, jeez, Doc Holliday and all of them. Yeah, Tango and Cash. There you go. Um, why is yours so much better than mine? Genetics. The Hateful Eight. Yeah, Tombstone. That's it. God bless it. Hey, Barbecue Bandits. How you doing? Love the name. Sky High. Yeah. Man, we could go on and all night about this. There's so many out there that need to be done that haven't been done. But that's what I'm trying to target my Patreon in doing is doing models that you don't see every day. But I need people to sign up. I mean, that part of it is a business sort of thing. I mean, I cannot, if I have like 10 subscribers, which I got more than that, but if I have like 10 subscribers, then there's no way I can keep doing, the models and stuff to that point, because obviously the artists have to get paid, and you have to have revenue in order to bring that in. So yeah, I mean, I would definitely love more people to join the Patreon. I think they would enjoy the models that we have right now, and looking to expand. So we'll see what happens. I don't advertise it enough. I probably need to, but I don't like spamming a lot of groups and stuff like that. So we'll have to see how we're going to do this, but yeah. All right. What about winding down? We're about an hour and 16 minutes, 17 minutes into it, and it's getting time for dinner. I got to eat some food in order to go to work in the morning. That's a that hey that I appreciate that tune. That'd be great. Um, we'd love to have you over here. So at this time, I will take any questions, like questions that you guys got, and we'll kind of go from there, and then we'll be winding down. I had a good. I think it was good to talk to everybody about the changes and everything like that I'm going to be doing. And again, I hope you keep supporting the channel. Um, and would again, I appreciate everything. I'm very fortunate. Is there current images of the current models in Patreon? Yeah. So one thing I am going to do, I am going to get, like Chuck just said, I'm going to get a collage of all the models and make it public so people can see them. Because I think a lot of the stuff right now is blurred out. I'm still kind of new to this whole Patreon thing, how it works. I'm not savvy on it, but I'm going to go ahead and make everything available to see on the Patreon. Plus, I'm going to post it in the Facebook group and the Instagram page and all that stuff so people can see it. But yeah, I'll do all of the, I'll list all the models and everything. Yes, I am working on a starter pack. So I'm at a point now where I have enough models where I can realistically give a really good incentive for signing up. Now, I'm not going to give you like 150 models or 20 or 12, but it's going to be a pretty good lucrative package. And I'm actually going to have a couple of extra things for people that have been in there for 90 days or more, that are showing some loyalty and everything. I know a lot of people, a lot of Patreon creators get pissed off that some people come in, they sign up with them for 1 month and they ditch out and everything like that. That's part of the game. If you can't deal with it, then don't have a damn Patreon. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, a lot of people want to get on there and they see the model that they like. You're not putting out anything else that they don't like or that they like, and they don't like the rest of your stuff and they ditch it. And I'm not going to do that. I see a lot of creators that have posted that if if you do that, then I'm going to ban you. Well, you're an asshole. I mean, you don't do that to your people that are supporting you, man. Um, yeah, Chuck, we're not going to do any busts. Not doing any busts or anything like that. More power to people who do them. I'm doing nothing but full scale statues. I'm not going to do any busts. Not going to do any artwork or anything like that. Not to say I won't do it in the future, but right now there's just no there's no room for it right now. It's all going to be just statues. So yeah. Let me see. So yeah, so that's what we got going on with the Patreon. Any other questions or anything like that? The stupid gnat is still flying around me. See, Rythan says, I'm interested in getting some of the older models you procured prior to my joining the Patreon. Is there a list in the Discord I can see so I can buy backlog models? Yeah, I'm actually going to post that in the Discord as well. No, we do not need a creative collector statue. We do not need to put this mug in, no, on a statue. Absolutely not. I know the movie is coming out, but a perfect October set would be Beetlejuice and Winona Ryder. Yeah, I thought about that. But watch and see. There's going to be 150 of them come out. Everybody's going to do it. Not with the tight jeans and long hair, man. No way. I mean, again, I've got ideas and stuff like that. I want to do something different. Because like the Deadpool movie come out, there's tons of Deadpool Wolverine movies or models coming out. I have not seen any. I've seen the Lady Deadpool. I've even seen the dog. I have not seen the Deadpool movie yet, but there's all kinds of those characters in the movie that's need to be done, but people aren't doing them yet. Creative collector with his custom Punisher hat. Oh, the custom Punisher hat is in that box right there, that wooden crate. That thing is badass. But I will be wearing it on some of the videos. Yeah, no turtles. Nope. There for a minute, everybody was putting out the turtles. But no, we're not going to do any turtles. James Bond villains, Dr. No, Goldfinger, Jaws. Yes and no. I mean, if there's enough interest. Is there a Blade yet in my Patreon? So yes, there is. There is. I actually did a Midnight Suns diorama of Punisher and Blade, and I did it for a lot of my long-term members. It was an exclusive directed to them, and it was only for them. I think there was probably just a few selected people that actually got it. But yeah, it does exist. I do have it over here on my back table that I'm still working on. Actually, that was another model that Enzo Shimamura did. But yeah, I eventually want to do another Blade. But it's got to be Wesley Snipes. Yeah. Jaws would be sick. Yeah, I like that dude who played Jaws. Can you imagine that thing in quarter scale? Because that dude was kind of tall, wasn't he? Bama wants to know, are there any creators doing Gen 1 style Transformers? All I could find are mostly Bay Era, and we kill for the classics. Well, guess what? We're going to be doing them here in my Patreon very, very soon. I'm actually kind of getting with an artist right now who does incredible hardscape works, and he's actually done a couple of nice robotic type models, and I'm looking at him to do some Gen 1 style. Yeah, like I said earlier, I think the first one I would love to do is Shockwave. I just love that dude. And then what's the other one? Shockwave, maybe Starscream, Skyfire, Jetfire. There's so many out there, guy. I mean, it just so many. All right. Okay. And let's see if there's any other questions. Uh, let's see. Shockwave from the cover of Transformers 4. Yeah, where all the Transformers are dead. Is that the one you're talking about, Garrett? Yeah, I love that cover. Um, well, Sarge, if you printed that Voltron, man, you got to share it or make a video of it on your channel. Be interested to see that. I have not seen anybody with the complete Voltron yet. I've seen a couple of guys in the group that's done Devastator, and those look really good. Okay, so yeah, it is that cover, Garrett. Yep, cool. All right, guys. I guess we could ramble all night, but I've got to eat dinner and get ready for work in the morning. And I'm sure that you guys have other things to do. If you don't mind, hit that like button on your way out. I would greatly appreciate it. If you are not a member of the Patreon, please go in the description and check it out. Be interested to have you guys over there. And then, definitely go. I am on Facebook. We're on Instagram. If you're not part of it over there, go over there, sign up. Those are free. Watch the videos. The videos are free. Yay. All this good stuff going on. Again, guys, I really appreciate it. You listening and joining me tonight and me opening up to you guys about some of the things that it's been on my mind. And hopefully we can make these changes together and everybody wins in this whole situation. And we'd love to have a whole hell of a lot of more people on the channel enjoying these videos. And who knows, maybe it will blow up. Who knows? But anyway, guys, you know it. Again, like I said on the way out, please give us a thumbs up. It helps with the channel. Thank you. Have a good night. And remember to stay safe out there. Get out and create something. Print, paint. Oh, I screwed that up, didn't I? Oh, I'm out and rusty. Print, prep, paint, repeat. I'm hitting shit and everything. And until the next video, guys, or the next live stream, we'll see you. Have a good night. Peace.